Hello, and welcome to Philo Thoughts. Today, we're stepping into the dark and beautiful world of Demon Slayer to reflect on a character who is often seen as a force of nature, a symbol of brute strength and unyielding will. But underneath his powerful exterior lies one of the most tragic and philosophically rich journeys in the series. We're talking, of course, about the upper rank 3, Akaza. Our discussion today is titled The Philosophy of Akaza: Power, Pain, and Emptiness. We're going to peel back the layers of this ferocious demon to explore the haunting questions his life raises about the nature of strength, the purpose of suffering, and the void that a relentless pursuit of power can leave in its wake. Akaza's story is a profound reflection on how an unhealed past can become the driving force of a desolate future. The pursuit of power as a response to pain. From a philosophical standpoint, Akaza's entire existence as a demon is a desperate, violent reaction to a deep and unimaginable trauma. Before he was Akaza, he was a human named Hakuji, and his life was a series of profound and brutal losses. He lost his father to a terminal illness, his beloved fiancée Koyuki to poison, and his reason for living to the cruelty and weakness of others. He saw his own helplessness lead to the death of everyone he cared about. His humanity was defined by a vulnerability that was ruthlessly exploited. This is the key to understanding his philosophy. His relentless pursuit of power isn't just a demonic trait. It's a psychological defense mechanism born from a soul-crushing wound. His core belief is that if he had been strong enough, he could have saved them. Therefore, he became consumed by a single, desperate logic: to become so powerful that no one can ever hurt him or those he loves again. He saw weakness as the ultimate moral flaw, the root cause of all suffering and injustice. By becoming a demon, he chose to transcend that weakness, to shed his vulnerable human form in a misguided attempt to find invincibility. Every punch he throws, every demon art he unleashes is not just a physical attack, it is a violent act of protest against the injustice of his past. He is not fighting his opponent, he is fighting the cruelty of the world that took everything from him. This philosophy, however, is a tragic illusion. He is not seeking strength for the sake of strength, he is using power as a bandage for a wound that can never be truly healed. He is trying to fill a void with the fleeting sensation of dominance, but no amount of power can ever bring back what was lost. Akaza's existence is a sad review of how an unhealed past can become the driving force of a desolate future.
The emptiness of endless combat. Akaza's existence is defined by a haunting and terrible paradox. He seeks to become infinitely strong to protect what he lost, but his transformation has erased his memories of what he was trying to protect in the first place. He remembers the feeling of loss, the anger, and the burning desire for strength, but the faces and names of his loved ones are gone. This makes his pursuit of power an act of pure, directionless effort. This is the source of the profound emptiness at the core of his being. He is a warrior on a perpetual battlefield, but he has no home to return to, and he can't remember what he's fighting for. The void he feels is not a physical lack, but the absence of his memories and, consequently, his humanity. The endless combat is not a path to fulfillment. It is a frantic distraction. It is his way of staying so busy and so focused on the next fight that he doesn't have time to confront the silent ache in his soul. He is like a person running on a treadmill, running faster and faster, but never actually moving forward. Every victory, every new level of strength is just another step that leaves him in the exact same empty place he started. His strength is a testament to his will, but his life is a testament to a philosophy that has no purpose. His aggression towards the weak is not just a form of superiority, it is a desperate manifestation of deep-seated self-loathing. He despises the weakness he once embodied as a human, and he attacks it in others as a way to deny the lingering painful memories of his own vulnerability. He is not just fighting his opponents, he's fighting the ghost of Hakuji, a ghost that haunts his subconscious with the feelings of helplessness he experienced as a human. This adds a powerful, tragic layer to his character. Every one of his brutal attacks on those he deems weak is a desperate attempt to kill the weakness within himself. He is a warrior battling a phantom, and his immense power is the tool he uses to try to bury the very pain that created him. He has become a demon, but he has remained a prisoner of his past, condemned to fight an endless, unwinnable war against his own unhealed trauma. The contradiction of strength, Akaza's code of honor. The contradiction of strength, Akaza's code of honor, expanded. Akaza's philosophy is defined by a deep and haunting contradiction. Despite being a demon who consumes humans, he maintains a strict and often illogical code of honor. He despises those who are born with power and holds immense respect for those who achieve their strength through tireless training and effort. This is not a random trait, it is a direct, albeit forgotten, link to his human past. He retains an inherent value system rooted in his life as Hakuji, a child of a simple life who saw firsthand how those born with status and power could be cruel and corrupt. His martial arts training was a path he chose to protect the people he loved, a path of hard work and earned skill. As a demon, he retains this profound value. He recognizes and respects the strength of swordsmen like Kyojuro Rengoku, who have honed their bodies to perfection. His deep frustration with Rengoku's refusal to become a demon stems from this. He can't understand why someone who has achieved such greatness would allow it to be wasted by death. His anger isn't truly malicious, it's a desperate attempt to honor a strength he deeply respects, even if he can't remember why. This is a form of unconscious self-validation. He honors Rengoku's strength because it reminds him of his own, and by extension of the human he was. His honor is in a way his soul's final, desperate attempt to hold on to its true self, a powerful manifestation of cognitive dissonance, where a monster clings to the ethics of a human.
The existential horror of the demon. Akaza's tragic philosophical journey is made complete by the existential horror of his demonic transformation itself. Becoming a demon was not just a power-up, it was a profound, terrifying philosophical shift. He shed his humanity in a misguided attempt to find strength, but in doing so, he became a being without a true purpose, driven by instincts he could not comprehend. He has achieved his goal of transcending human frailty, but at the cost of his soul, becoming the very monster he sought to destroy. This act of transformation leads to a state of profound nihilism. By shedding his humanity, he has effectively lost his ability to find joy, meaning, and purpose. The demon's existence is defined not by what it has, but by what it lacks, the very essence of a human spirit. He is a walking, breathing testament to the idea that a life without connection, love, or memory is fundamentally empty. His power serves no ultimate goal beyond perpetuating his own existence, and this is the true horror of his curse. Furthermore, his aggression towards the weak is not just a form of superiority, it is a manifestation of deep-seated self-loathing. He despises the weakness he once embodied as a human, and he attacks it in others as a way of denying the lingering, painful memories of his own vulnerability. He is not just fighting his opponents, he is fighting the ghost of Hakuji, a ghost that haunts his subconscious with the feelings of helplessness he experienced as a human. This adds a powerful, tragic layer to his character. Every one of his brutal attacks on those he deems weak is a desperate attempt to kill the weakness within himself. He is a warrior battling a phantom, and his immense power is the tool he uses to try to bury the very pain that created him. The philosophical weight of memory and identity. Akaza's tragic existence as a demon poses a profound philosophical question. Can a person's identity truly exist without memory? He possesses the immense physical strength and combat skills he gained as a human, and his moral instincts, his sense of honor, his deep-seated refusal to harm women, remain as ghostly echoes of his past. Yet, without the memories that gave those things meaning, he is an empty shell. His life is a haunting testament to the idea that without the record of our past, we become strangers to ourselves, driven by impulses we can't understand and desires we can't fulfill. His entire existence as a demon is a struggle to fill a void that he can't maim. He's a warrior on a perpetual search for a purpose, and his actions are a desperate, subconscious attempt to reconnect with a life he has forgotten. He honors Rengoku's strength because his memories, though gone, recognize the dedication of a true martial artist. He instinctively protects women because his soul, despite being twisted into a demonic form, still holds the profound love he felt for Koyuki. He is, in a way, a shadow of a soul, a figure defined by the absence of what made him whole. The true cruelty of his demonic transformation wasn't the pain of it, but the erasure. Muzan's power stripped Akaza of his identity, leaving him only with the raw impulses of a warrior and the deep-seated anger of a betrayed man. This is the ultimate philosophical lesson of his character. Memory is not just the collection of events, it is the very fabric of our being, the source of our purpose and our meaning. Akaza's return to humanity in his final moments is a beautiful and devastating statement that his soul was never truly lost. It was just waiting for the memories to find their way home.
The ultimate truth, the defeat of his philosophy. Expanded. The philosophical climax of Akaza's story lies not in his strength, but in his defeat. In the final battle against Tanjiro and Giyu, his entire philosophy, that physical strength is absolute and conquers all, is proven to be a lie. He is defeated not by superior power, but by the indomitable will and spirit of Tanjiro, a force born from love, empathy, and sacrifice, the very weaknesses that Akaza spent his entire demonic existence trying to discard. This is a moment of profound and symbolic defeat. Akaza represents a philosophy of isolated power, while Tanjiro represents a philosophy of power through connection. Tanjiro's strength is rooted in his family, his friends, and his love for humanity, while Akaza's is rooted in a void of self-hatred. In his final moments, as his physical body disintegrates, a single blow shatters his illusions and opens a torrent of long-forgotten memories. This isn't merely a flashback, it's a resurrection of his identity. He doesn't just remember what happened, he remembers who he was. The weight of his guilt, his love for Koyuki, and his lost humanity return with an overwhelming force, and he is forced to confront the monster he had become. He finally understands the true source of his pain, realizing that the endless combat and the pursuit of power were just a desperate distraction from this fundamental truth. He sees himself not as a powerful demon, but as a terrified, grief-stricken human who made a monstrous choice in a moment of despair. His defeat is, ironically, his greatest victory. Akaza is finally freed from his own philosophy. The truth is, he was not defeated by a sword. He was defeated by the light of his own memories and the power of his own humanity. In a final, poignant act, he chooses to reject his demonic form and his life of emptiness. He uses his own immense power to destroy himself, a final act of will that severs his link to Mutsun and the demonic philosophy he lived by. In doing so, he reclaims his humanity, proving that true strength does not lie in invincibility, but in the moral courage to choose one's own end, and finally, to accept the love that gave his life meaning. Conclusion. In the end, Akaza's story is a profound tragedy of a man who tried to fill a deep emotional void with an endless pursuit of physical power. He spent centuries fighting, believing he was growing stronger, when in reality, he was only running from his past. His life is a haunting testament to the philosophical truth that power, when disconnected from purpose, is utterly meaningless. He became a living, breathing paradox, a being of immense power, but completely hollow. His fight against the world was ultimately a fight against himself, a desperate attempt to sever the link to the very humanity that gave his life meaning. His ultimate defeat, however, is his greatest victory,
Akaza's story teaches us that true strength isn't about being invincible. It's about having something to fight for, and that something is never found in solitude. It is found in love and connection. His final act of self-destruction was not a sign of weakness, but the most powerful display of will he ever made. It was his final, unassailable choice to die as a human with his memories, rather than live forever as a monster without a soul. What is the source of your strength, and what are you fighting for? Share your thoughts with us in the comments below. If you found value in this deep dive into the shadows, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Philo Thoughts for more reflections on the stories that shape us, and share this video with a friend who loves demon lore. Until next time, stay curious and keep thinking.